Welcome, G.I. Joe fans, to this week's G.I. Joe toy review, where this week we are looking at the second most annoying character in the G.I. Joe animated movie. We are looking at Big Lob. And this guy, he does do his talking in the third person. He does do his talking in the third person. And he does do his fighting with third person commentary. If Big Lob makes his move, shoots, he scores. Yeah, that's just how Big Lob does it. I mean, it's not his voice, but that's how he does it. But before we look at Big Lob, we are going to be going and doing our shout-outs of the week. First is at Back to the Media at 48 South Loudon Street, which is where you can get all, and I do mean all, of your video game needs from the Atari all the way up to current systems, games for each console. So definitely go ahead and check them out. And if you can't find it at Back to the Media, you can go to Play It Again Games on Middle Road, right behind the Sheets on Valley Avenue, and you can get it there. And after you leave there, you can go and check out all your Toys and Collectibles needs at Time Travelers Toys and Collectibles at 115 South Loudon Street. I mean, I got this guy off of eBay, so that's where I got this guy from. So it still works. Yeah, and then after you leave there, you could definitely check out check out Thinker Toys at 106 South Loudon Street and get all of your toys and collectibles for your youngin' right there, like the Slinky and little barnyard animals and stuff like that. So go ahead and feel free and hit them up. And after you leave there, you can check out Four Color Fantasies at 80 Weems Lane if you're in Winchester, getting all your comic book needs. So definitely check them out. And if you're in the Salisbury, North Carolina area, I would just suggest going to Comic Monsters to getting all your comic book needs. So definitely check them out. After you leave there, you can go to Tropical Islands on Piccadilly Street at 39 Piccadilly Street and get all your tropical or all your Jamaican food needs met. So go ahead and check them out. It's really good food. And you get some good conversation with Lloyd and his wonderful staff. You know, you get treated very good there. But if you're looking for sports cards and things like that, or Pokemon cards, you can check out Breaker Brothers on Piccadilly Street, right down the street from Tropical Islands. Go in there and see them. And you could also check them out on Twitter and not Twitter, but TikTok and Instagram. So you can definitely check them out. So definitely, it is at Breaker Brothers at both sites. So definitely check them out. And after you leave there, you can go to go and see all your favorite stuff through through Mixed Tree Service to get your tree stuff done. So definitely get them done. So but you can see all your favorite stores down near the Walking Mall if you're here in Winchester. So definitely check out the Walking Mall. After you leave there, but if you're looking for banks, you can go to Bank of Clark or United Bank and get all your banking stuff needs met there. So definitely check them out. And after you leave there, you can go to State Farm or Farmers to get all your homeowner, renters, or auto insurance. They both got good qualities, good things to check out. So definitely check them out. And if you need other stuff, go over and check out But if you need gas, you can check out Sheets or Handy Mart. You can get good quality gas. And they also got made-to-order food, so you can get some good eats. Yeah, so go ahead and check out Handy Mart and Sheets for all your gas and made-to-order food. But after you leave there, if you need like counseling or therapy, you can see Robert C. Brown at Healing Grace Counseling Services and get all that done. And once you leave there, you can go and check out you can check out any other places if Rob isn't what you're looking for, and see what they have to offer. If not, see your local counseling office, or you can go and get see National Counseling Group. But if you need somebody to talk to, like about psychiatry or whatnot, you can check out Northwestern Community Services. If you're here in the Winchester area or Front Royal, whoa, wrong one. So you can check them out and see what they got to offer, and go and check out Northwestern Community Services. But if you need somebody to text right now because you can't get an appointment, you can text 741-741 and see what they have to offer. And definitely do that. And after you leave there, you can check out the hospital if you really need to talk to somebody. So let's take a look at Big Lob. We're going to do his file card, where it says G.I. Joe Reservist, codename Big Lob, with a picture of Big Lob with the G.I. Joe logo. File name Sanders Bradley J. Primary military specialty Infantry Grenadier. Secondary military specialty Special Services. And his birthplace is in Chicago, Illinois, and his rank is an E4 specialist. Big Lob's outstanding physical prowess made him an athletic standout since elementary school. During high school, his strength, conditioning, speed, and all-around toughness helped him excel in 6 different sports. With college scholarships lined up upon graduation, he chose to enlist in the Army Reserves to serve his country, but still stay close to his hometown and family. Rumors of his outstanding sports prowess and record of precise distance grenade throws were quickly recognized by the G.I. Joe team. He joined under their Rawhides program, which allowed him the flexibility to only report for missions needing his specialized expertise. He is well liked by his teammates, except for those annoying habit of talking about himself in the third person and using sports metaphors in every subject. The concept of throwing grenades goes back to the Greek fire used by the Byzantines, I know I'm butchering that word, and early gunpowder bombs developed by the Chinese in the Tang Dynasty. 13 centuries later, more advanced and specialized versions are still an integral part of a modern soldier's ordnance. Big Lob is especially skilled at manually throwing hand grenades at specified targets and using his multi-shot grenade launcher for longer distances. He carries a full arsenal of high explosive, flatulent, incendiary chemical compounds, and even smoke grenades to accomplish any mission objective. Quoted at the bottom, I guess it's being that Big Lob speaks in the third person. When Big Lob makes his move, he always shoots to score the big win. So I would take that is a quote from Big Lob. So let's take a look at his accessories. He's got his figure stand, upraised G.I. Joe logo, codename Big Lob. And he's got his bandolier with 3 grenades on it. He's got his high-powered multi-shot grenade launcher, which actually came with the big hardball figure back in the vintage line, and a hand pistol. So let's take a look at Big Lob. You know, he is an African-American basketball player. You know, shirt, long green khaki pants, and I guess you would consider these Timberland boots, or Army-style Timberland boots. But and he's got his green gloves and bands on each side. So let's take a look at his articulation. His head can rotate full 360. He can lift at the arms so high, and it is kind of stiff. His arm can rotate all the way around. His arm can bend like that far at the elbow, rotate all the way around. And his wrist can rotate. And he does have the ab crunch feature, which, as you can see, and it could also cause him to turn 360 in each way. He does have this kind of web gear belt, but that's pretty cool. Doesn't get in the way or impede anything. He could do a full split. And of course, my copy, his arms are stiff, but his legs are loose. But that's just my copy. His leg can lift about that high, but you gotta hold it, because, like I said, his legs are really loose on my figure. And of course, he does have the double knee bend, or single knee bend, actually. He doesn't have an ankle pivot, nor can he rotate his ankles. So they kind of chipped with that, but, you know, hey, you know, it still works. You know, so we could just go ahead and gear this guy up already. And, put him up like that. Put his grenade launcher in his hand. If I can pick up the pistol. My fat fingers trying to pick up a tiny pistol. And then you could just put it right there. The pistol right there. And then you have Big Lob all geared up. So let's look at him where he's fully standing. Now, Big Lob, you know, like I said, he was in the G.I. Joe animated movie. I don't recall any comic book appearances, you know, but it is what it is. You know, I think Larry Hama may have killed him off in the first issue that he appeared in. You know, if I were Larry, you know, and adding this guy into the comic book, I would have had him killed off early just because of that annoying third person talking. But that's just me. I mean, the character is kind of annoying, but he's cool in the essence of what he can do. And his look is cool. You know, I kind of like the sports theme fit G.I. Joe figures. I just don't like them where they're like their weapons are sports themed. Like Captain Gridiron, when I get to review him somewhere down the line, where he's got football everything. But it's still all great. But I mean, this guy's still pretty cool. You know, this guy's really cool. You know, and I like to pair him up on missions with Tunnel Rat. You know, because he was pretty cool. I would like to see him in Tiger Force or Night Force or something. You know, so they could add to him. And made another figure of him. But they didn't even make this guy in the vintage line. You know, I guess Larry didn't really like this guy. But, or Hasbro didn't really like him. But the figure subscription service gave us Big Lob. But I can't classify him as a middle tier figure. Mainly because his third person talking stops him from being top tier. But everything else makes him better than being bottom tier. You know, so his look makes him better than accessories come as better gear. You know, better than bottom tier. But that's it for this week. Until next week, now you know, and knowing is half the battle. See you in the next one.